George Grant. He assumed the position of the Dean of College of Community and Public Service on July 1st, 2008. He has served Grand Valley State University since 1996 in various roles, including Professor of Social Work, Director of Bachelor of Social Work Program, Director of the Masters of Social Work Program, and the Director of the School of Social Work. With a strong commitment to community service, Dr. Grant has participated in a number of initiatives, including chairing the Department of Human Science, or Service rather, over representation of children of color in Child Welfare Committee, cultural competency research and training for the county mental health and contract agencies. He served on the Grand Rapids Police Chief's Transitional Research Group, the Kellogg's Foundation Families for Kids Project, Kent County Drug Court, the Calvin College Social Work Advisory Committee, and served on the boards of the Adoptive Family Support Network, Christian Counseling Center, Recuperation Center, Bethany Christian Services, Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital, and the Greater Grand Rapids Urban League. Quite a record from a great leader. Well, at this time, I'd also like to introduce two other special guests who are joining us today, Associate Deans Dr. Paul Stansby and Dr. Mark Kaufman. Welcome, gentlemen, and thanks for joining us. George, you are in the driver's seat now.
Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate you and Courtney and all the work that you've done putting this together. And thank you all for being here. Really excited. This is our first town hall for alumni, and it won't be our last. And I'm going to highlight a few things that are going on in the college and the university. And then we're also going to give you a chance to ask questions and find out what's on your mind and what are some of the things that you're hearing and information that you have that will help us to be successful. So as I said, we for some, I don't know what year each of you graduated, so I'll have to look in the chat feature later. With some restructuring that went on in 2004, the College of Community and Public Service was created. So prior to that you may have been in your program was in a different college, but now you're part of the College of Community and Public Service. And the programs that are in there, just in case, real quickly, is the School of Criminal Justice, Hospitality Tourism Management, School of Public Nonprofit Health Administration, School of Social Work, our CCPS in the College of Community and Public Services referred to as CCPS, so you'll hear me saying CCPS throughout the talk. So the CCPS Undergraduate Advising Center and the Dorothy A. Johnson Center for Philanthropy. And then along with Mark and Paul, we also, two other people from the Dean's office is Mary Spalding, who you just saw, and then Rita Cooper, who has a picture up of her and her husband. That's kind of fresh picture you got hanging up there, Rita. Just want to let you know that. So they're also from the Dean's office as well. So thank you again for being here. I want to highlight just a few things that are going on. Probably of all the things that are happening in Grand Valley and happening around the country is the COVID-19. And so Grand Valley, like every other university, every other institution, has had to come up with a plan to address that. We had to quickly, in the middle of March, move to a remote learning. So we had to take all of our classes, if they were face-to-face or hybrid, and they had to be moved online. And so from March to the end of the semester, we had to do that. And then because of the COVID-19, we were not able to have a commencement ceremony. So we did a virtual commencement, but we were not able to have the actual ceremony. And then for spring summer, we also are remote, again, following the governor's orders. We have been remote, but starting in the fall, our plan is that some of our classes will be face-to-face. And in our college, over half of our classes will be face-to-face, and then the rest will be hybrid and online. So we've made that adjustment and we're continuing. We've had to wait. We're still waiting to see what the governor's cuts are going to be in the budget. We know that K through 12 is a priority, which we support. And so for universities and other programs around the state, that there are going to be budget cuts. So we're looking to see how that's going to impact us. Every part of the university is making cuts and will make cuts in order to still have a balanced budget. But while doing that, we have been working hard to make sure that the quality of teaching has not changed. So for our faculty who are moving online and hybrid, we've had a series of trainings, we have a number of experts, and so we're taking their expertise and making sure that that is sufficient in the classroom. So you'll see as you go to our website, there is if you go to Grand Valley's website or to our college website, you will see a link that starts off with COVID-19. And if you click on that, it'll highlight some of the things that we're doing, policy changes, all of the pieces that we're putting together, because we want to make sure that come fall, that our students, faculty, and staff are safe. And if you look at everything that we're doing, our top priority is making sure that everyone is safe. So we have masks, we have hand sanitizers, we're cleaning more often. We're doing all of the things necessary to make sure that people are safe. If you look at our classrooms, that in practicing social distancing, that a room that could hold 48 students is now holding 20 students. And we're making sure that each student is 6 feet apart. We have all kinds of signs and signage and where to walk and how to walk and where to stand and all of those things to, again, try to practice that social distancing. So, if you have a favorite professor or you have a loved one that's going here, that you can count on us doing everything possible to be safe. The second big issue that's going on, again, at Grand Valley, but happening around the country is around racial equity. And we have been working on that as well. So I've been asked by the president of Grand Valley to chair several committees that are looking at that issue within the university and how we can best meet the needs of everyone who is here. We want to make sure that it's a safe, caring, supportive environment for everyone. And so we're bringing people together from all across the university to look at and address those racial equity issues. We're using our climate study, we're using surveys that we've gathered, and we're also going to be having listening sessions as well. And all of that is to create and maintain that kind of environment. We're also working with, one of the programs in our college is Police Academy. And our Police Academy years ago started addressing the issues of racial justice and racial equality. And it's all through our curriculum. And so we're going to be sharing that information with other law enforcement organizations and with the police academies around the state. We're also working with a couple of legislators who are looking to introduce some legislation around training for police officers. And we're also at the table. So Grand Valley is right now is the only university that's at the table that's looking at how to put curriculum together for things like continuing education and badges and certificates to help officers to be better prepared and support the work that they're doing. So all of that's happening around our racial equity. And then within the university, I said that we're re-examining curriculum. We're looking at policies. We're addressing that voices who have felt unheard. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that those voices are heard. And as I said, part of that is people having the opportunity to tell their story. And those stories are going to help us move from the idea of listening to what's happening to actionable steps. And that is our goal, measurable, actionable steps that people can see, recognize, and identify. From a therapeutic standpoint, there's a concept called the magic question, and that you're working with someone and you'd ask the question would be, if you wake up in the morning and things are better, what would that look like? And that's going to be one of the questions that we're going to be asking here at Grand Valley. If we're saying that things are better, that we're making progress, that we're doing the things we need to do, then how can we measure that? How is that better? When we wake up in the morning, how can you point to those things? So that's the other piece that's going on. The third piece that's happening is a university-wide initiative from the president. And the president referred to the L3 initiative, which is Laker Lifetime Learning. And what it is that people who graduated from Grand Valley who want to come back to receive another degree, those alumni will be eligible for a $1,000 scholarship, and it can be used for continuing education, badges, certificate, degrees. And it's a way to promote the idea of lifelong learning. And as a university, of course, we support that and think that that's important, but we wanted to move beyond it being a slogan to something that's a reality. And so for that reason, the president has put the L3 initiative in place, and we're going to have some information on the website, and you can go there and take advantage of that. Other things that we're looking along with the L3 initiative is career counseling services for alumni. So if someone is looking to change careers and move careers, we have services in place to help people with looking at and trying to find jobs. If you need help with putting a resume together, or practicing, doing a video of interviewing, that all of those features are going to be available for our alumni to support them. So again, it's not just while you're here, it's after you graduate. And then our alumni relations is continuing to look at ways of promoting your involvement in the university. So through our Alumni Champions initiative, which there'll be a website link there, ways that you can engage and be part of Grand Valley. And I'm going to give you a few examples of ways that you could do that. So of course we have events. We've in the past, of course, had face-to-face events. We've had more virtual events, which you still will be welcome to, but somewhere down the road, we will also have face-to-face events again. So we'd love for you to attend, to come participate, to be part of those. We're looking for people to be guest speakers in classrooms. We definitely want your experience, to know what you're doing, what you're involved with, what you're up to, and share that. We need those real life experiences so that students take this knowledge from the classroom out into their work world and their life, and they'll have a more positive impact on their skills and abilities and the impact that they can have. Again, Alumni Champions, which we talked about, hosting interns, so that you're in a situation where you can take students and provide an internship for them, or provide mentoring for them. Our students need that. If you think about your career and early in your career, were there people there that you were able to talk to and ask questions, and even though in your mind you would say, is this a dumb question, but that person created an environment where you felt comfortable asking that question. That's what we're looking for. And then of course employing graduates, and when you're in a position where you can hire, that you're thinking about the quality education that you got, knowing that students who are graduating now and receiving this quality education, and that you can find opportunities to hire them when you can. The other piece that we have is that we have a radio station. Well, we don't have, well, Grand Valley does have a radio station. And then as part of that radio station, I have it, we have what's called the CCPS Community Connections. And so each month there's a podcast from Shelley Irwin from WGVU Radio, and we highlight some part of the College of Community and Public Service. So please, again, when you get an opportunity, if you go to the website, that you'll be able to see that and hear that. So those are some of the things that are happening in the College of Community and Public Service and that we're involved with. There's a lot more going on. I mean, I could go through every single program and highlight things that are happening there. But I think at this time, I'm going to stop, and we're going to open it up and see if you have questions or if there are questions in the chat. And I'm more than happy to answer those. And if there's a question that I can't answer, that we have other people here with me, supporting me, that will be able to assist with that. So with that, I will turn it back to Chris.
All right, thanks, George.